And this piece right here, I don't really know what it's doing, but in behind it,
it's a home for squirrels.
Oh.
So the roofing contractor was hired to put a roof on.
What the heck?
And create a channel for water to run. We'll talk about that channel in a couple minutes. But penetrations through roofs are so important, and those details around those penetrations, it's imperative they do it properly. Skylights are typically always somewhere that are going to leak. And if I can do this with my finger, well, you're probably going to get your first leak right there.
The old finger test.
Chimneys are always an area where you're going to get leaks, and this chimney's got a tarp over it because the homeowner had a leak after the roof was put on. And if you look at the details around this chimney, the roofer has this bent over nail. Over here, a couple more nails. This counter flashing doesn't even extend right out past the top of the actual torch on roof membrane. And this piece right here, I don't really know what it's doing, but in behind it,
it's a home for squirrels.
Oh.
It's part of the roof structure that should have had different kind of flashing all around this roof, not this kind of rolled up, angled piece of modified bitumen.
They don't have a drip edge on that side. Oh, I guess that's supposed to be a coping metal of some sort.
Another penetration is a furnace stack.
We didn't use mastic to seal the top of the metal like that, do we? That'll just crack.
It's plumbing stacks, and it's imperative to make sure there's not a gap between the pipe inside and that actual counter flashing cap that's put on them. There's one that'll leak. There's two that'll leak.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Big old gap.
Yeah, straight into the house. Three
There's
little
three.
That's a good one.
They're like little.
I can stick my screwdriver down that hole.
Yeah.
Rain
Water
can
going
easily
straight in.
ingress into it. So here's this trough that they've created, and they're trying to create this trough to drain this roof.
The trough. What are they
Detail
thinking?
where the roof has to roll over,
Oh yeah, look at this
tie in properly.
torch.
To the trough.
Oh, bad torching all over.
And one last thing, the homeowner told me there was still a leak in the bathroom. If you look down inside this vent that they installed, on the right hand side you see water standing there.
Oh my goodness.
Well, if you actually push on
Yeah.
the roof with my foot on the outside, you can see that water.
Is it the new guy torching?
Yeah, the new guy, he didn't put enough heat on any of these stops. You're sticking your finger in there. You can get, yeah.
I mean, the detail looks good. I mean, nice.
It looks good, but it's not working. That's for sure.
Then heat it up, you know.
Just stick a box over the hole. That'll work.
Right, and then on their detail and their flashings and their counter flashing, they didn't even seal the nails.
Well, it looks good, but the details are bad.
Yeah,
It's all in the details.
yeah, and that's the truth of it. All right, is things can look great, but they cannot function well.
Yeah.
I mean, the world is, our industry is too used to shopping everything like a commodity, right? A refrigerator's a refrigerator. Well, a shingle ain't a shingle unless it's installed properly. You can buy an Owens Corning duration and everybody thinks it's the same, but unless it's nailed on correctly and flashed correctly, it could be worthless. Like pretty much just this roof that we're looking at.
Yeah,
here.
I mean, it's probably cost a lot of money just for have to redo the whole thing again.
Yeah, what is the fix for this? Redo the whole thing, probably, right?
Yeah, I mean, just
because they didn't address the ponding water. They didn't get rid of it.
Yep.
And that channel, that's a really kind of a half fix for that, right?
yeah, and try to reheat those laps. It's just going to burn it more, and they're going to fix it.
If that's the laps that are undone, which are the other ones that didn't
Yep.
leak,
Well, the waters don't hit.
right? Yet, right?
Save a little bit up front and pay a lot more over time.
So why is it important to make sure the torch down is hot enough?
Because you're literally welding it together. And flat roofs, the water, every seam has to be 100% waterproof, like your bathtub.
Especially on your laps, because you got your granules on one side. You got to make sure you heat up the granules enough to get down to under your granules to seal it real good.
So it's 100% welded. Because even 90% will allow water to track back, right? Whereas like your condo or a house that's got a slope on it, we don't need to weld those seams because we just know the water is going to go down at a positive enough force so that you just have the laps in the right direction But on flat roofs, it's literally got to be installed to the point where you could literally have water standing on it and it not leak. But then again, you don't want standing water on it. So
that was what that channel was for.
I mean, that was a cheesy little fix there too, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a pond right next to it.
Yeah.